Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, mais c'est le président. Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, mais c'est le président. Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroon, the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon, a country that had its independence on the 1st of January 1960, and to the beautiful people of British Southern Cameroon, a country that had its independence on the 1st of October 1961. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to give you 5 principles that British Cameroon National Party stands for. Sometimes in the Cameroon, you hear people, we should come together. You don't come together with people that you don't share the same political ideology. British Cameroon National Party have a unique political ideology, and some of us, we have been fighting for this for over 35 years. Some of us, we spend our youth, our teenage years fighting for this. And we are not going to change by joining people who are satellite political parties of La République du Cameroon. We know them. Mr. Kamto resigned from what? Chop People Their Money Party. Chiruma resigned from Chop People Their Money Party. Bello Buba resigned from Chop People Their Money Party. Before late John Funde passed away, SDF became a satellite party of Chop People Their Money. So we don't believe in people who lack conviction. A political party is about the people. It's not about Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer. And I will die fighting for what I believe is right. I don't make it up as it goes. Most people in the Cameroons, they make it up. Until 2018, nobody was talking about manifesto. It was only British Cameroon National Party. If you look, on the 11th of October, is it 1992, there was a presidential election in the Cameroons. Nobody talked about manifesto, politics of personality code. On the 12th of October, 1997, there was a presidential election there. Nobody talked about manifesto, still politics of personality code. On the 11th of October 2004, there was presidential election in the Cameroons. Nobody talked about manifesto, still politics of personality code. On the 9th of October 2011, the same thing, politics of personality code. You know the candidates, now they are pretending. Some of them, they stood at that election. Why did they not talk about manifesto? Because they like to lie. They jump, they copy. They imitate things that's not in their blood. They imitate British Cameroon National Party, but you cannot imitate something if it is not genuine. On the 18th of October, again, 2018, there was the last presidential election again. Politics of personality code. Ladies and gentlemen, when I see people in the Cameroons, they come and say, oh, we Anglophones should come together. Ladies and gentlemen, or some of them, they say we want an Anglophone candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, if I wanted to stand as a president in the Cameroons, I don't need to come whether I'm Francophone, Anglophone. I will set a clear manifesto. I will speak to the people of different ethnicities and they will vote for me. I don't need to be Anglophone or Francophone because some people, they just like to gather people to stand under them. Then I don't know why they gain from it. I don't share political opinion with any other political parties in the Cameroon. We are unique. We are different. We are genuine. People come and say, oh, an Anglophone should be maybe a president. Let me tell you something. Is Atanganji not an Anglophone? Is Atanganji not supporting a corrupt government that was branded or labeled by Transparency International as the most corrupt government on planet Earth? Is Atanganji not supporting a government that does not respect Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun? They torture Matunin Zogo, the government, kill Wazizi, beat Longue and others. Are they not Anglophones? Is Paul Tassang not the one supporting the BR chop people their money? Are they not Anglophone? Is Young Philomon not Anglophone who is supporting a corrupt government that torture its own people? Is Nalovia Leonga not part of CNU rebranded CPDM? Is Diongute not part of a corrupt government as labeled by Transparency International? They torture their own people. They don't respect their constitution. So when you talk about Anglophone, are you saying that Anglophones are saints or what? No. I believe in ideology. If you are from La République du Cameroun, you believe in what British Cameroon National Party say, you're welcome. If you're from Nigeria, Britain, South Africa, it's about ideology. All political parties in the United Kingdom, they say the party is open to everyone. They don't say it's open to British citizens. They don't say Nigerian citizens. British Cameroon National Party is open to everyone, to La République citizens, to Francophones and everyone, insofar as you believe in what we stand for, you can join. It's not whether you're Anglophone or Francophone. In British Cameroon National Party, we don't do Anglophone, Francophone. If you go to Scotland, they have Scottish National Party. You see English people will be there, Welsh people will be there. People who come from different countries all over the world, they are in Scottish National Party. So political party is not about you try to stereotype Anglophones come together. We should stop that thing. That's patronizing other people. If you read Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun, it makes it clear that we are all entitled to our opinion. We are free to assemble with whoever we want and we can leave whenever we want. That's the Constitution of La République. Your rights, Article 65 right rather, is an individual right. When you tell somebody that when we come together, you're trying to patronize somebody. You can only come together with somebody if you are in the same political party, so you surrender your individual liberties. So people should learn to respect people, and before you do politics, you say something, go and read Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun. Don't stop forcing people to join you. The Constitution makes it very clear that nobody should force somebody to join them. So when you say, we Anglophones should come together, opposition political parties should come together, you people don't know what's politics. How can somebody who believe in darkness unite with somebody who believes in light? If you have similar ideas, like Bello Buba's party is a party of corruption with Paul Biya, Issa Chiruma's party is a party of corruption with Paul Biya, SDF is a party that champion corruption with Paul Biya's party. And you go, Maurice Kamto was working with a corrupt government. So you can say the corrupt people of the Cameroon should come together and form a coalition. Yes, then leave the people who are clean, people who have integrity, like us in British Cameroon National Party, to pilot our own plane. Stop trying to patronize people. In a country where you have problems, like the Anglophone problems as it is widely known. You create political parties like British Cameroon National Party. That is why in Scotland, they are minority. In the United Kingdom, they created what? Scottish National Party. Bigger parties are the Labour Conservative. You go again to Northern Ireland, they are minority in the United Kingdom. They create again, Sinn Féin is a minority party. Use minority party to fight minority problem. Then you go, the bigger parties are there. You go to Wales, you have Plaid Cymru, which is fighting for the interests of Wales. Then you have bigger parties there. You go to Catalan, which is a small minority in Spain. Then you have bigger parties there, they have their own party. So we minority party, we are the champion of Anglophone problem. You need minority party to fight. SDF have been there for more than 30 years. What did they do for Anglophone problem? Nothing. UNDP have been there for more than 30 years. Camto's party, nothing. So you cannot spend 30 years without doing anything. Some of you are in parliament. You cannot talk about these things. You have not tried for 30 years that they should reform the parliament in the Cameroons. Today, they have asked for urgent question, to ask a question, why is it that the British Prime Minister appointed Peter Mandelson as UK ambassador to America? They discuss everything. Every little thing, they go to parliament and discuss it. A big thing like, how do you call it? Anglophone problem. Is there, you people cannot discuss it. If I was a member of parliament in La République du Cameroon National Assembly, I would have resigned. That's what you do. To show that if you cannot discuss this thing, I will resign. But you people did the politics of what? Belle politics. Belle politics. Look at the fat jaws, fat belly. That's all you people know. And when the election comes, you say they'll do this. Mr. Bia will win. A picture will win you guys. And after the end of October, I will disgrace you people because you people are there to lie on our people. You people are dishonest. Dishonest people in the Cameroons. You come, you waste your time, you go around. What have you been doing? Can any of you bring a video and show me a video when they were beating Boya University students? Any of you, this presidential candidate that you came and condemn it? Can any of you tell me if you were fighting for Boya University, multi-party politics, GCE board? Some of you are fit to be my parent. But you're coming to talk, I will do this. What have you done before? You people destroyed that country. You people supported Paul Biya. Most of you have benefited from government contract. You come and say you will change Cameroon. If you cannot do something when you're not in power, is it when you will be in power that you will do it? We'll expose all of you. You people have destroyed the country. One man cannot destroy the country. It's not Paul Biya alone. All of you. We'll expose you. We'll have your files. What you have done destroyed that country because of greed. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to give you the 5 principles of British Cameroon National Party. First of all, just to divert before I dive to that point, most of these people that want to talk today, is it for the first time, is it 2025, about manifesto? They are welcome. But what we want to know, you're not telling us. When are you going to stop using La République, a foreign money, France CFA? When are you going to tell us how are you going to get a central bank so that France should not control our monetary policy, monetary supply default? We want to see it in your manifesto. Because you think manifesto, you just take 1-2 months and draft it. British Cameroon National Party manifesto, we took more than 30 years to understand Cameroons before we came out with what we have today. We don't just come and make things as we go. And I will show you maybe one evidence. We want to know, what is your economic development policy? None of you are not talking about. British Cameroon National Party leader, Maître Mola Alex Ndivelisinghe. I'm ready to have this debate with any person, anytime, any day. You can wake me from my sleep anytime. I'll wake up, we have that debate. What are your educational policy? We don't know. Our policy, British Cameroon National Party, especially university education, it should be autonomous. The state should not intervene. And La République should have their different educational system from us. What our health policy? Health policy. When I was growing up, health was free in British Southern Cameroon when I was a child. Today, you're paying for everything. BBC reported that if you don't pay your medical bill, they will lock you up. The hospital becomes a prison. What are your justice policy? We don't know. What are your royal affairs policy? We don't know. All this so-called opposition. Satellite party of La République du Cameroun. What are your housing policy? We don't know. What are your environmental policy? We don't know. What are your equal opportunity policy? We don't know. What are your consumer advocacy? We don't know. What are your transport policy? We don't know. Taxation? We don't know. Local government? We don't know. Social security? We don't know. Foreign affairs? We don't know. Innovation and technology? We don't know. Agriculture? We don't know. Fishery, forestry? We don't know. So you keep on talking manifesto. These are important things that affects people's life. None of you are not talking about it. Manifesto, manifesto, manifesto. You don't know what's a manifesto. You keep on talking. Instead of calling Maître Mola Alex Niveli saying, can you advise me on a manifesto? Because when we just talk, you people just copy and paste. Ladies and gentlemen, the first point, I'll give you 5 points. Our principle that we have dedicated our life over it. Since ever I was a boy, a teenager, we have been fighting for the same principle. Sovereign National Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, this is more than 35 years ago. That's me and my friends marching in some parts of Cameroon, calling for a sovereign national conference. So we don't just come and make things. We don't. When I'm saying something, these are things that I started as a boy, as a teenager. We started protesting. We want a sovereign national conference. It took us more than 25 years. So I'm repeating what I've been doing all through my life. I'm not somebody I jump on the bandwagon rather. Oh, CNU, CPDM. When it was there, you jump there. We fought for multipartyism. SDF came, you jump there. We started fighting when people for Anglophone problem, you jump there. So these people, they lack conviction. Maître Mola Alex Niveli, the leader of British Cameroon National Party, have often stayed clear. I'm not joining any political parties because all of them, since 1992, they had no manifesto. Only Nitwit will join political party just because it's CPDM, it's SDF. I joined a political, I've been looking at it ever since I was young, under 15, teenager, 20s. I look, people come every time for election, join party. You join them for what? They don't have a reason. They just join party. So I look at them like this because they don't use their brain. So I've been calling for sovereign national conference. Ladies and gentlemen, British Cameroon National Party, they don't believe in government of transition. If 1 or 2 people come, they want to make a government, what is it all about transition? I don't even understand. Under 1 month, British Cameroon National Party can change the Cameroons. We need a national conference. With modern technology today, you can draft a constitution for the Cameroons, the 2 countries, within 1 day. You just need to say the country is heterogeneous. You look at, we already have Universal Declaration of Human Rights. That's your individual right. You look at the form of a state. What's this? Independent judiciary. All those things are already there. You don't need to go and read it. Independent judiciary. If it's a parliamentary system, we are supporting. We look at it. If it is judiciary, legislation, it's easy. You can take 1 day and draft a constitution. We are in a modern world today. So when people say we want transition for 5 years, to do what? Because we believe in sovereign national conference, because when we come there, we form a constituent assembly. We have never done that in the Cameroons. We have 2 inherited culture. English culture and French culture. Two countries that came together with different political authority, different territory, and different population. You look at those things in national conference. You invite all the ethnicities. They can send. We could say all the ethnicities in the two countries. I don't know. I'm just giving random figure. We need 100 people from Bakwere, 100 people from this tribe. We bring them up. We bring their legal representative. We bring some traditional chief. We bring constitutional expert. We sit there. Less than 1 month, we'll come out with a constitution and we'll send this constitution for what? A referendum to be approved. We don't want one person and his team. He come out with his cartel and they say, give me 5 years. Then they consolidate power. That's what they do. Most countries, when they have independence or a revolution like France, France called for what? A national assembly to draft a constitution. They later changed the name to a National Constituent Assembly. After the what? The Long Tennis Court Oath, the Declaration of People's Rights. So that constitution was made by almost the entire country. And when you have that constitution, what happened? We go for election. Under 1 month, the person who wins runs the country. The person who don't want somebody to come there with this type of constitution and come and fix the constitution to suit him. By then, when I want to say British Cameroon National Party must exit, no, you cannot, because I have the gendarme and the armies now. So we are not accepting any transition. Because one, I keep on repeating, if you have a transitional government for 5 years, after that you have an election, Metro Mola Alex Ndivelisinga win the election, I will change all the things that you have done and put my own. In politics, you don't need transition. You need somebody who have a plan, like British Cameroon National Party. You win an election, you implement your plan. If I'm there for 1 year, fine. 2 years, fine. 5 years, fine. 10 years, fine. Somebody wins too, you can come and change all the policy. That's how you run a country. We don't need transition. British Cameroon National Party can change the Cameroon under 1 month. Under 1 month. Same too in America. When they had their independence, what did they do? They called for a constitutional convention in Philadelphia in 1787. And people from all over the country, they came there, they drafted a constitution. That's why you see the American Constitution is very powerful. There was no transitional government. Then the person who won the election, you start governing the country. That is how it works. So we say no to transitional government. We say yes to a sovereign national conference where all the ethnicities, the two countries, they will come and sit and we make decisions. Rather than giving 1 or 2 people, they will bring their country people again and do what they want to do. We have been seeing it. Most people from the Cameroons, they are not fair. They always want to do things to favor them. Greed. I see it at all levels. Njangi meeting. All type of meeting. Amameta, we are always like that. We want to play games in small things. We are not open. British Cameroon National Party wants to bring that openness. The next point, principle of British Cameroon National Party is what? Egnocultural democracy. We have been talking about this for years upon years. Even if you want to draft a constitution, it's important. We cannot just come and say, yes, we are English and French. It doesn't end there. We have that, our culture, English culture and French culture. We respect that too for the two countries. Egnocultural democracy is about equality. We have our indigenous culture and tradition. And if you see the way people think, whether it's in Western countries, whether it's in the United Kingdom, your tradition, your culture influences the way you think. So we cannot just say because we are all Anglophones, we end up with that Anglophone structure. We have to make sure that all the ethnicity are what? Autonomous. Autonomous. We all love our different culture. We love our tradition. So we have to be autonomous, which means when I was growing up in Boya, we used to have customary court up motor park there like that. These are customary court that they do things in accordance to the Bakwere culture. The Muslim, they have their Sharia law. It's according to this. Yes, we will still have our common law English legal system. But people, when it comes, they have to start at that lower level with their tradition. When we want to solve our problem, we should start with tradition. Ethnicity is about people with similar culture and tradition. When I was in Boya, I remember my mom used to go to this place they call Ndakum in Bali. They used to have their almana. People who have the same culture, sometimes they want to enjoy that their cultural aspect. So we cannot say we embrace only English culture or French culture, then we say we don't want our indigenous culture. It doesn't work that way. If we respect our various custom and tradition, that's where we have equality. It's very important. So ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna do Egnocultural democracy. Point number 3 for British Cameroon National Party. You enjoy the next point. Let me go number 3. Democratization of our traditional rulers. We have to democratize it. Why? The way the traditional chief they used to be, whether it's more than 50 years ago, things have changed. Shamelessly today, they call them that they are auxiliary of the administration. How can a traditional chief be an auxiliary of administration? Auxiliary means you're supporting Atanganji. You're supporting government. No. A traditional ruler should not be an auxiliary. It's either we abolish it or you have your own power. Yes, you cannot be an auxiliary of the administration. A traditional authority is already an administrator, so you don't need to be auxiliary. We have to clearly define this. Because 1, traditional ruler are what? Cultural custodians. They have power, land, and resource management. They are a symbol of identity. Very important. And in case we have conflict, justice, resolution, they get involved. But they have lost all that power. Today I see them, they go and beg Ngongo. They have lost their power. My mom's uncle was the son of Bali, Nyonga Galiga. I remember Aijo used to go and visit him. He doesn't go and meet Aijo. Aijo goes and land in Bali and visit my great-grand-uncle who was fond of Bali. When I was in Boya, he came to our house and sat there. They put blanket on the sofa. He sat there in our house. So I saw those people while I was growing up with respect and dignity. But today, the government of Atanganji is creating small chief and put it in your pocket. Our greatest policy under the democratization of traditional rulers would be, if you don't stay apolitical, you want to do politics, we'll make sure we call on your traditional people, the village. They will have to vote for who is a chief or a fund. They will vote. And anybody can be in that committee, because traditional ruler does not need to come to any particular family. Example, if it's Bakwere, if you want to do politics, we'll call the entire Bakwere people to vote for any person who is a Bakwere to be that chief. Because 1, the job is what? Custodian of tradition. Any Bakwere man can do that. Or any Banso man, or any Bafo man, any tribe. If you want to do politics, we call for election. Let the people choose somebody who will remain apolitical, somebody who will not do politics. Once as you choose politics, you're not impartial, it's over. We open the box. People start voting for our chiefs. If you remain impartial, you want to work for all your tribes people, no election. If you say you want to be chief, Diongute and prime minister, elections. And it will be open to everyone. 1, everybody knows the culture. I don't see why some people think that they should be chiefs or no chief. It has evolved. You people call yourself auxiliary of the administration. We don't want you people to be auxiliary. You have to be neutral. Today, you cannot have your land problem and go and talk to a chief, they solve it. So what's the essence of chief? It sounds as if it's obsolete. So we can create a committee headed by any person in any village, and that person, they will be custodian of culture. They know. They make sure they preserve the culture, have museum everywhere, do this, make sure we can even make sure that we start writing our languages or blah, 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 start teaching it in school. That's what we want. We don't want chiefs who are empty. They are just chief to go and say, we support Paul Biya. Don't you know these chiefs? Don't you know we have what they call sacred ballot in the Cameroons? You cannot come and be telling who you're going to vote for. It's a sacred ballot. You put it in an envelope, you hide it, nobody's know, you go and put it. But you go everywhere, you say, we the chief of this place, we are supporting Paul Biya. And some of you have PhD. Have you ever heard they say sacred ballot? In the Cameroons, it's sacred ballot. You don't need to tell any person who you're going to vote for. So some of these chiefs, you people are mugu. You have made us who have lost. The dignity of the chiefs and fun is gone. Aijo used to go to Fumban, go and see the Sultan there. Go to Banso, see the sun. But you people are useless. Most of you stay now in Yaoundé, you're on exile. I see you people, you cannot go to your village. What is the essence to be a chief when you cannot go and meet your own people and talk to? Because you people are not neutral. So it's either the chieftaincy or what is obsolete, or you people remain impartial, or will introduce elections. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth point principle of British Cameroon National Party is what? Parliamentary democracy. I know some people, they think they like presidential system. In Africa, to me, I prefer parliamentary democracy because in Africa, most of these presidents are dictators. In a parliamentary system, the prime minister is just first among equal. Most European countries, they have parliamentary system. And with the parliamentary system, all this Anglophone problem, because every day parliament, we meet every week, is 24/7, you go to work. If there's any problem, water, electricity, you have to be debating it every day. You don't leave it in some people's hand. So we of British Cameroon National Party want a parliamentary system. Because the day you're there, you're a member of parliament, if they don't want you, they will go for a vote of no confidence. If we have, like in the Cameroons, you have 180 members of parliament. If majority say they don't want you, you resign like prime minister, easy. But in this presidential system in the Cameroons, you cannot impeach Mr. Biya. Mr. Biya is incapacitated, you cannot impeach him. But with parliamentary system, you have no choice. Once as the MPs, they don't want you, you're going. That's why presidential system is good in America because they are a more democratic country. But Africans, they are dictators. So what we need to bring in democracy is parliamentary system. So somebody cannot go and hide in a tudi like Paul Biya. With a parliamentary system, Paul Biya will have to come every day to parliament and come and talk. So if we had a parliamentary system, Biya will not be hiding in a tudi. Ngongo will not be doing what he's doing. We'll call the parliament. We want to know what's wrong with the president. Mr. Biya will not go and disappear for 40 days. You people don't know if it's a parliamentary system. Parliamentary system, you know, clear responsibility. You know who is responsible to make the decision. You know the person. You see your MP, you talk to your MP. Your MP comes, if there's something, come and consult you before he goes to the parliament and do it. If your MP go and misbehave and commit a crime, there's something called parliamentary recall. You can call him now and you people in that constituency, you vote, you remove him and put a new person. That is why parliamentary system is good for these dictators in Africa. Because you can remove any person anywhere. Presidential system, they remain there forever. You know who is taking the responsibility. Parliamentary system, you get a clear scrutiny. It's the cabinet that is ruling, not the prime minister. Senior minister, they make decisions for everybody. So in Cameroon, who is making decision? Ngongo, unelected Ngongo comes and make decision. With the parliamentary system, before you become a member of parliament, you have to go and stand, they vote for you. Then when the prime minister is choosing the secretary of state or ministers, they select people that you people have selected this man as my MP. So the people who are there, the president doesn't go and take people like Ngongo, Atanganji, Famdongo, Portasong, Diongute. They don't just bring people. You, if you come from where? from Kumba. You vote your MP, then the Prime Minister will choose among all those people that we have voted. So we have a say who is our MP. And when you go to Parliament to go and deliberate, if there is something that we, from, let me say, from Fako or from Mayemen or for Oshe, you don't want it, you will tell your MP will go to Parliament and vote according to the wish of the people. So you people have power, unlike this presidential system. Presidential system can work only in this Western world, but not in Africa. Africa, we need parliamentary form of democracy. You have a mechanism to remove the Prime Minister with parliamentary system. You can remove the Prime Minister any day. In Britain, for a short space of time, we have changed more than 4 Prime Ministers. Because Prime Minister, you're just chairman in Parliament, in the meeting. First among equal. It's not like President Biya will sit and do this. No. And you run in a parliamentary system. You run the country with a cabinet. It's the cabinet that runs the country. It's not the Prime Minister. As I speak, the Prime Minister is under pressure to resign. As I'm talking now. Just because he appointed somebody who was supporting or had link with this Epson, the sex offender in America. But can that happen in the Cameroon? No. With a parliamentary system, we will see this. So the cabinet rules. All those people, Mr. Biya's minister, nobody, Nalova Leonga, all of them, nobody elected them. In a parliamentary system, people like Atanganji, they will never be minister. They will never be. Nalova Leonga will never be a minister. Mbayu will never be a minister. People like Diongute, they are civil servant from university, you're teaching, you're a minister. They will never be. Because in a parliamentary system, politicians, they elect them to go to parliament to represent them. Then the Prime Minister appoints senior people there. And the good thing about parliamentary system is that the leader of opposition have got the right to be questioning the Prime Minister weekly, every time. If there's something you're not happy, you call for urgent question. The Prime Minister come and make a statement, you scrutinize the Prime Minister. In a parliamentary system, you have one of the beauty, the best brains. Because you see most of the people who are in National Assembly in Cameroon, they cannot debate. You can even put an illiterate in the National Assembly in the Cameroons, they will do nothing, they will only keep quiet because they don't talk. In a parliamentary system, you talk the way I do. So it's very important for you people to know this. British Cameroon National Party will abolish presidential system. We have a parliamentary form of government because no one person will have power. It's the parliament that have power. If you don't have water, we'll go and discuss it in parliament. If you don't have electricity, we'll go and discuss it. Bad road, we discuss. Hospital, we discuss it. You don't wait after 31st of December every month. You say, Camerooners, Camerooners. What's that all about? A stranger is running you people, running your country. With a parliamentary system, Macron cannot control us. Macron cannot control us because it's the people who have a lot of rebels in parliament. People who are rebels. So that is it. The last but not the least principle and manifesto of British Cameroon National Party. Guess what? Equal status. La République du Cameroon must stop its annexation of British Southern Cameroon. 2 countries came together. A country is defined in constitutional law as a political authority. We have the political authority, a prime minister, Dr. Ndeli. La République had a prime minister, Amadou Ahidjo. We had a parliament, is political authority. House of Chiefs, those are political authority. We had what? A territory. La République du Cameroon had different international boundary with us. We have different international boundary. Scotland used to have different parliament with England, separate parliament, like West Cameroon and East Cameroon, separate parliaments. Scotland and England were like that. Then they decided, Scotland and England, that they want to have one political entity. So they dissolve those parliaments. They form one political entity. But Scotland still remain Scotland. La République du Cameroon have annexed British Cameroon and is called La République du Cameroon. Even when, yeah, they had the same political entity, England was still a different country, Scotland was still a different country. So this notion of independence is irrelevant when it comes to the definition of a country. Scotland is a country, it is not independent, it is in the United Kingdom. England is not independent, rather is in the United Kingdom, so is Wales and Northern Ireland. So we came together to form a political entity, La République du Cameroon, British Southern Cameroon. Even if we have one political entity, one parliament, we still have to maintain our identity, like Scotland and England. But La République du Cameroon, they use Nakoni. Come join me. 1972, they changed constitution. Then later on, 84, Bia came. United Republic went back to their name, La République du Cameroon. They started to the planet, Koni people. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. People keep on saying they will use a form of a state to change or to solve Anglophone problem. The form of a state can never solve the Anglophone problem. There are two phases of the Anglophone problem. They recognize our identity that two states came together, two countries. Even if there is no federalism, the fact that they have identified that two countries came together, they have solved the Anglophone problem. Then now we can say, okay, we want to distribute powers. We have identified the people where to distribute the powers now. Some powers will go to La République du Cameroon, some goes to British Southern Cameroon. You cannot come and some people say 10-state federation, no, or region. We are not region, so I keep on repeating. United Kingdom have got 12 regions. England, 9 regions. The other 3 countries, one region. So, region, you are not a region. England have got Southwest region, Southeast region, Northwest region. You will never hear an Englishman come and say, I am a Northwesterner. I am a Southwesterner. It's only you people, Mugu, Mutuku, people who don't read, you call yourself, say you're a Southwesterner. How can you be a Southwesterner? In the UK, you can either be English, Scottish, Wales, or Northern Ireland. You cannot be Southwesterner. They have regions, but they don't call themselves region. Region is administrative unit. Don't call yourself region. I'm not a Southwesterner. I'm not a Northwesterner. I'm either Bakwere, who come from British Southern Cameroon, or La République du Cameroon. You're either Englishman from United Kingdom, Scottish man from United Kingdom, Northern Ireland person from United Kingdom, or Welshman from United Kingdom. You people, they have brainwashed your brain. You don't understand because you want to fool us to think that we were not a country. To say, oh, this is Southwest Norway. I can still have differences. I can be a Banso man. I have problem with a Cambe man. It's normal. I can have issue as a Bakore with a person from Manu. It is normal. The problem cannot be Northwest and Southwest. We are not Northwest and Southwest. I will understand if somebody say Bafo man is having problem with another person, right? A man from Widikum. So stop that narrative of colonization. I'm still talking about equal status. Equal status means French institutions should remain in La République du Cameroon. English institutions remain in British Southern Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotland is in the United Kingdom. They have their own different money. They have different legal system in Scotland. The age for criminal responsibility in England is 10 years. In Scotland, it's 12 years. Scotland have got their own pounds different from the one we have. You can use Scotland pounds here if you want. You can use English pound the other side. It doesn't change anything. They have their football team different. Are they not still in the same country? So why do we think one side? Our cultures are different. That is why we have to have different things in the Cameroons. We don't have the same culture. You cannot come and take one size fits it all. They have their France CFA that they inherited from France. We had, I don't know whether it's shilling. So when did we agree that we have to use the same money? We don't want to use their money. Scotland and England, they are in the same country. They are using this different money in United Kingdom. We don't want the gendarmerie that was created in France in 1791. We don't want it. What is the essence of gendarmerie? We have police. The aim of police is to make our streets safe, to fight crime, do these things. So we have police. We don't need double thing. Keep your gendarme in your place. We use your police. The police of London have got nothing to do with police in Manchester. I presume to the police in Texas have got nothing to do with Delaware in America. Same in France, different place. Policing, different culture. People need different form of policing. There's no one size fit it all. There's nothing like gendarmerie national. We don't have police national. If you are backward people, you have your own local police. They look at you different culture. If you are this, that's how police they operate in Western world. Because police are our friends. They are not there to oppress us. You don't transfer somebody from Manchester to come and be a police in London. No. If I'm a local person living in Manchester, Liverpool, I apply to my local, I stay there. Why do I want to go to Garwa or Ngandere to go and be a police officer? For what? One, you might not understand the people's culture. Our police, they know you, they know your culture. That's why it's friendly relationship. Police are not there to oppress people in the Western world. That's not their job. It's to maintain law and order, to make sure there's peace, safety for the people. So keep your gendarme. Your ENAM, which is school for administrator and magistracy. We in our British Southern Cameroon, we take experienced lawyer like myself to be judge. Experienced lawyer. We don't need ENAM. So keep your ENAM there. We use politician. We don't take administration for ENAM. ENAM was created in France. We don't need those things. We take experienced lawyer like myself, they become judge. You take politician, they become governors. You take your unelected duo and what? Keep it in your own side. We have different institutions. Why? I don't understand. Why can one person in La Republic don't come and tell me why they are forcing their own institution on us? Look at it the other way around. If we were doing the same thing, how will you feel? How will you feel when it's always language problem? Musonga Commission. We don't care. Our problem in the Cameroon is no language problem. We are multilingual. We are not bilingual. You people have just imposed two foreign language as a working language. We are not bilingual. People should stop fooling people that we are bilingual. We are multilingual. South Africa have got approximately 11 official language. Official language means working language. It doesn't mean we are bilingual. We are multilingual. We have Mungaka. We have Douala. We have Mokwe. All those things are language. So we are multilingual. Stop lying, people. They have military tribunal that they got it, is it from 1793 from France. During the French Revolution, they created a revolutionary tribunal to try political opponent. So keep your military tribunal in La République du Cameroun. We want a jury system where 12 people will sit, they listen to a case, the 12 people, they make a decision. That's how we operate in British Southern Cameroon. Keep your own institution. You like it. ENS, ENAM, you go there, it was created in France, it is 1794, to make everybody to think homogeneous. In this senior school, university, we want people to think differently. Critical thinking, that's why when you think critically, you come out with theories, ideas. That's why we don't even have philosophy in the Cameroons. The nearest philosopher in the Cameroons, I'm the only one I'm sure. Because philosophers are people who do things like me. Provoke people to think. That's what they do. Philosophers. You have to think. But people don't think. You go to university in the Cameroon, they read notes, people copy, they teach you Napoleon Bonaparte, Hitler, this. What do you do with those things? You look at your surrounding, you think, how can you take this mud or this and turn it to this? How can you turn water into wine? You think. That's the essence of university. So we don't use ENS. If we want teachers, we advertise the job. Any person can apply for the job. That's our own system. We don't go and take a school that will train people to be like, to come and be repeating Napoleon Bonaparte, First World War. There was nothing like First World War. It was European War. European First War. European Second War. You people call it First World War. It is their war. I see 7 or 20 people who go somewhere, they call them world leaders. Then all African leaders, they sit quiet. All African leaders, their own coordinator for we, for bid we. But when they say world leaders, they are not challenging the people. Your world leaders, who elected you world leaders? Mbutuku people, they all for Africa. They get only one president for Africa, Ibrahim Traore. Then they have their Napoleonic Code. They still use part of it in France today. That was created in France, formed by Napoleon in 1800. They call it, you see what, civil code. I have one here. Code civil. This is Napoleonic Code, Napoleon Bonaparte Code. That's what we are using. So La Republic should keep this their code in their own area. And let's use our own system. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure today I've made it categorical clear where British Cameroon National Party stand. The 5 principles, the core of our manifesto. These are things that we clearly work out. We did not just come one morning and started saying that I go do so, I go do so. We are not like that. We work hard on it. We have studied Cameroon, the nitty-gritty. We have walked through the nooks and crannies in the Cameroons before we came out with this plan. It will work for everybody. We don't want something that will favor some particular tribe, ethnicity, or La République du Cameroon or British Southern Cameroon. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this is comprehensive. Share this video. Like and subscribe. I know when I say something sometimes, it takes people a long time to come and understand it. Try and understand it. Forget about the personality. Love the message. Learn from it. Distribute it. Some of you start, oh, I don't like that metro modality. Do you know me? Some of you don't know me. I cannot see somebody on social media, on TV, and say I don't know the person. The day you meet me, you will know me as a person. And most people often, when they meet me, they always say, oh, we did not know you were that simple. Oh, I did not know you were that funny. But when they see me, I'm doing my program, talking because I'm serious when I'm talking politics, because it's about people's life. It's about the betterment of people's life. It's about making people's life to be better. It's about hospital. It's about good education. It's about good roads. It's about people having jobs. So when I'm talking my political thing, I'm serious. So sometimes I don't mind somebody seeing me serious because I'm talking serious things. But if you happen to be my friend or meet me someday, you see a different me. I'm very different. No, although I'm still strict, I'm a man of probity and integrity. Nobody can point something that this man have done this 419 or blah, blah, blah. I'm a very straight person. I do the right things. I don't cut corner. And that's why most people, sometimes they don't like me. People don't like people who are straight. Look at Jesus Christ. He was strict. They killed him. True. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Look at all the people. How do you have it? Voltaire. Voltaire used to talk in France. They arrested him. He ran away, came to exile in England. He wrote something they call the Philosophical Letters of the England. Voltaire was a French philosopher. Even General Charles de Gaulle, Hitler came to his country, captured his country. General Charles de Gaulle ran away and came to Britain. So sometimes I know to say what I'm saying, some people, they won't like it because they like quick fix. Some people have their plans together. Let's try. It's our own time to chop and take the presidency. I don't look at those type of things, ladies and gentlemen. To me, I think about the general good of the people. So once more, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Avec le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il y a que des vieux. commissaire à Los Angeles. Comment pouvez-vous nommer un individu à un poste pendant 25 ans? 20 ans directeur de tam. Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pouvoir avec vos amis. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Vous partagez le pays avec vos familles. Et après quand ils ont volé, vous appelez les papiers, les attrapés. Et après quand ils ont volé, vous appelez les papiers, les attrapés. Qui les avait nommés d'abord dans ce poste-là? C'est toi qui les avais nommés, papa. Tu as oublié, tu as seulement oublié. C'est toi qui les as nommés.